Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope everyone is fine there. Don't roam here and there. If you roam, what will happen? The virus is spreading very fast manner. Daily, if you see daily more than 500 in city, people are suffering by the coronavirus. Please be safe and stay at home. Okay, next children. Okay. Before going to start this lesson, second unit, C.V.Raman, the pride of India. Yes, C.V.Raman is a great scientist. You know that many people, many scientists, they invented so many things. What purpose they invented? For comfortable life. Because of those people, we are able to stay in a comfortable life. We are in safe manner, and each and everything we are using it. And best thing you can say that TV, cell phones, what are things maybe which are using it at home. What are things we are using it? Everything is safe for us. Everything we are using it because of those scientists. So C.V. Raman is one of the scientists. He's a great person. Let us know about him more and more. What he invented, why we have to know about him. So let us know about him. Let us see that. Yes, C.V. Raman. You can see the picture very clearly. Lesson itself given. See the C.V. Raman how he is. He's a great scientist. Let us know about him. Now, before going that, let's see the glossary. So, lost in thought. What do you mean by lost in thought? Giving all your attention to something so that you do not notice what is happening around you. Yes. Sometimes we do something. We involve something, but we may not observe anything what is happening outside. That is called as lost in thought. Your full attention about the something. You are not aware of something. That is called lost in thought. Transparent. What do you mean by transparent here? Allowing you to see through it. Something machine allowing you to see something. That is called transparent. Sophisticated. Sophisticated means advanced and capable. Well developed. Capable means well developed. So advanced you can see cell phone, smartphones. First we had only small cell phone, not smartphone. Small cell phone we have it. From that we got it smartphone. We are able to do each and everything in cell phone. Earlier we did not have cell phones. When we want to send a message from one person to another person, we used to use telegram. That too in a short manner. But nowadays we are using cell phones and we are sending very fast manner. Within seconds, within minutes we are sending it. So sophisticated means well developed, you can say, advanced and capable. Equipment, the things that are needed for a particular activity. Equipment is nothing but things that are needed for doing something. Yes, like machines, so and so things. That's equipments we can call it things. Modification means a change. What we call modification means a change. Discovery. Discovery means the process of finding something that was not known about before. What is that? The process of finding something that was known before, that we are going to find out. That is called a discovery. Red letter day. What do you mean by red letter day? An important day. An important day. Memorable day, as you can say it. Surgeon. Surgeon is a doctor who is trained to perform surgery. Surgeon means a doctor who is trained to perform surgery. Surgery means operation. That person we can call it as a surgeon or doctor we can call it. Abroad, inner to a foreign country. Abroad means out of country. Maybe going abroad, going to other country, maybe America, some other places, Australia and some other places. That's called abroad. flag, decline or become less. Decline means to decrease or to become less. String instrument, any musical instrument with the strings. Musical instrument which has strings like violin and sitar. Even guitar also we say that it has strings, that is called as a string instrument. Harmonious, harmonious means here very pleasant, very pleasant one. Knight, a man of high social rank, a person with a title or a title. See, those days when we didn't get the independent day or freedom, so these Britishers they used to give for some of the people when they have when they find something or find something, they give you in a rank, they give you a social rank, and they are the highest people. A person they will give the title, the person we can call knight. Confine also to restrict, confine also to restrict within the limit. Okay children, now let's go for the lesson. Here is, there are so many people, just you can observe those people, all the people. These are the scientists, you know, most of the Abdul Kalam is one of the most famous person, you know it, what he did for the society. Even he is a Muslim, but he did not see the his community, but he saw each and everyone, and he did for the society. You can see so many C.V.Raman, so many people are there. You can observe it, those people they did for something, they did for the society. Okay, let us go for the lesson. Yes, see that on the busy Bow Bazaar street in Calcutta, there was an old building. See here, on the busy Bow Bazaar street, where it is? It's in Calcutta. Okay, there was an old building. There was an old building. What is that old building? Let us see that. It was the headquarters of the Indian Association of Cultivation of Science. What is the old building here? It is nothing other than it's a headquarters of the Indian Association for cultivation of science. Cultivation is to develop the science there itself. To develop the science there itself. So that is the headquarters of the Indian Association. What purpose it is? To cultivation of science. Cultivation is nothing here, to develop the science there itself. In December, on a fine evening in 1927, what happened? It was in December on a fine evening in 1927. There was such excitement in one of its laboratories. See here, it was December. It is a fine evening, maybe 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock. It was 1927. There was much excitement. What do you mean by excitement? Enthusiasm. Excitement is here, enthusiasm. Excitement means here enthusiasm. Excitement is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm means here happiness, full of happiness. Okay, there was a much excitement in one of its laboratories. Laboratory means here lab, science lab. One of its laboratory, there was a much excitement. Happiness was there. What was that? Chandrasekhar Venkatraman was showing a visitor some of his instruments. What is his full name? C.V.Raman. We are saying C.V.Raman. C.V.Raman. What is the full form of C.V.Raman? Chandrasekhar Venkataraman. Okay, Chandrasekhar Venkataraman. CV means here Chandrasekhar Venkataraman. That's the C.V.Raman. You can say it. That is the full form of C.V.Raman. Chandrasekhar Venkataraman was showing a visitor some of his instrument. So C.V.Raman was showing some of instrument to his visitor. One of the visitors came to that place, and he was showing the instrument to that person. some of his instruments. He was showing some of his instruments to that visitor. When a young man, when he was showing to instrument to a visitor, when a young man, his name was K.S. Krishnan. What was his name? K.S. Krishnan. Young man. Who was the young man here? Young man is here. K.S. Krishnan. His name is young man K.S. Krishnan. Rushed in and announced. This K.S. Krishnan, young person who entered into the laboratory, who entered into the lab, and he announced something. Professor Compton has won the Nobel Prize. What he announced later? Professor Compton has won the Nobel Prize. Yes, only some of the people who achieved or who has done something in science or maths or something else, they give the Nobel Prize. Yes. So who achieved the Nobel Prize here? Professor Compton has won the Nobel Prize. Who has won the Nobel Prize? Professor Compton. Who honors that one? K.S. Young man. Who is the young man? K.S. Krishnan. He announced it. When he announced it, when this man, who is that? When the C.V.Raman was showing instrument to a visitor, during the time, this young man who rushed into the laboratory, and then young man announced, K.S. Krishnan announced that, what he announced that Professor Compton has won the Nobel Prize. Raman was equally delighted. Even C.V.Raman also equally delighted. He also very happy, delighted, and so he also very happy, excited. Excellent news, he said. Who said that? C.V.Raman said that excellent news, he said it. Smiling at the visitor, and then he was lost in thought. What he said? He looked at the visitor and he said that excellent news. He is smiling at the visitor. He said that excellent news, he said, and he lost in thought. Lost in thought means involved in his work. He did not observe anything. Only he involved in his work. What is happening, he did not know, but he involved in his work. Again, he was showing the instrument to a visitor. Yes, but look here, Krishnan. He was saying to, who was saying that C.V.Raman was saying to Krishnan. Look here, Krishnan. He said, turn to the young man. He turned to the young man. Young man with the young man here, K.S. Krishnan. C.V.Raman looking into Krishnan, and he was saying that, look here, Krishnan. He turned towards the young man. If this Compton effect is true of X-rays, it must be true of light too. What is that? It is a science, about science here. If the Compton effect is true of X-ray, X-ray means the X-ray they take it. If something happened, the body or something burns, break down or whatever maybe, they go for X-rays. Okay, isn't it? So Compton effect is true of X-rays. It must be true of light too. Even it is also must be true of a light too. Light means light also passes from one place to another. That also true, he said. Who said that? C.V.Raman said. A few years earlier, A.H. Compton had shown that the nature of X-rays changes when passed through matter. What he said? What he was saying that a few years earlier, A.H. Compton had shown that a nature of X-rays. What is that nature of X-rays? Changes. How it changes? When passed to the matter. When this X-rays pass to the matter, matter means here anything. Anything means something. Just now I gave an example. When something legs or hands break down, whatever they send the X-rays inside, and so that they may know that what happens there. According to the matter means it is the matter. Anything that comes in. It depends on the matter. That the change was dependent on the kind of matter. Here, the change was dependent on the kind of matter. Yes, this effect was called the Compton effect. What we call the Compton effect? What the change was dependent on the kind of matter. That's a kind of a matter. Matter is nothing but nothing other than it is called as a Compton effect. Could light also change its nature when passed through a transparent medium? He was asked that. Could light also change its nature when passed through a transparent medium? He was asked the question. He was asked what he was asking that can light also change its nature when passed through a transparency machine? When we see through the machine, when it passes through the machine medium, can it also changes? He was asking the question. Of course, that was the question that Raman asked himself. That was the question that Raman asked himself. Can light also passes through the transparent medium? He was asking the question himself. That was the question asked himself. Who was that? C.V.Raman asked himself. For 5 years, he had been doing research in optics. Optics means the science of light. How many years he did it? For 5 years, he had been doing research on optics. Optics means here the science of light. About science of light, he was going on searching, going on doing research. No sophisticated equipment was available in this laboratory. Here, in this laboratory, there was no sophisticated. Means well developed equipment. Means well developed things. He did not have it available in that laboratory. Okay, but Raman was confident that he could find the answer. But still, he was confident that he could find the answer with the modifications in his equipment. Modifications, changing of the equipment, he can also find that. He can also find that answer. Who said these words? Who said himself? The C.V.Raman only said himself. He was very sure about that he could find out that the light also passes from through transparent medium. That he wanted to find it. Even though he did not have the equipment, even though he did not have the sophisticated equipment. Sophisticated means well developed equipments. He did not have it. Even though he did not have it, he wanted to change it. He wanted to change those equipments and he wanted to find out that answer. 4 months later, on March 16, 1928, Raman announced his discovery of new radiation. So 4 months later, what happened? When it is on March 16, 1928, Raman announced his discovery of new radiation. New radiation means here describing the behavior of the beam of light passing through a liquid chemical. Here, what do you describe that the behavior of the beam? Beam means that you take four pads here and you make that hole. If you send that light passes through the when you use the chemical, it passes from one place to another place. When you throw liquid chemical, by using the liquid chemical, that is the new radiation. That is the new radiation. So when he announced that, where he announced it to an assembly. Assembly means a gathering place. Who gathered here? Assembly of scientists. Assembly of the scientists. There he announced it. Whatever he discovered. Find out the discovery, he announced in the assembly of a scientist. Where he announced it? At Bangalore. Now it is called as Bangalore. What we call Bangalore, we can call it. There he announced it. Yes. The world hailed the discovery as the Raman effect. The world hailed. Hail means fall. Hail means fall. Hail means fall. Here, the world hailed the discovery. Hail means the fall, the discovery as the Raman effect for scientific research in this country. It was a red letter day. So when he discovered that Raman effect, when he held it, when he found out the discovery, that is called as Raman effect for scientific research in this country. For scientific research, he did it and he found out that day is called as a red letter day. What we call red letter day? Day means here the important day. What is the important day? Raman effect, that he found that discovery. That is a Raman effect. That is called that is what that day, particular day. His discovery caught the attention of the world. He discovered whatever he discovered, that one everyone knew it. Throughout the world, they knew it about the Raman effect. With equipment worth hardly 200 rupees only. Whatever he discovered, that whatever the equipment he has it, worth of, what is the worth of this equipment? Only 200 rupees only. With limited facilities. It has a limited facilities. That has. Raman was able to make a discovery which won him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. Because of his Raman effect, a discovery of Raman effect, and he was able to get, and he was able to won him the Nobel. What is that? Nobel Prize in Physics. Nobel Prize he got in physics, that is in 1930. 1930 got a Nobel Prize. In what he got it? In physics only he got the Nobel Prize in 1930. Yes, now come to the Raman, about Raman. Raman was born on November 7, 1888. When he was born in November 7, 1888. Where he was born? At Tiruchirappalli. Where it is? In Tamil Nadu. Where he was born in? Was born at Tiruchirappalli. Tiruchirappalli. Where it is? In Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu. Where is Tamil Nadu? Now they are called Tamil Nadu, Chennai. Now they can call it as a Tamil Nadu. They can call it as a Chennai. Yes. His father was a physics teacher in a college. What was his father? He was a physics lecturer in college. He was a brilliant student. Brilliant means clever. What do you mean brilliant? Brilliant means clever. Clever student right from the start. Who is that brilliant from the right from the start? C.V.Raman. His father was C.V.Raman. Father was as a physics lecturer working in a college. Okay, and not only that, C.V.Raman right from beginning of he was a brilliant student. Brilliant means a clever student. Clever student. When Raman passed his matriculation, his parents were keen to send him abroad for higher studies. Raman passed his matriculation. Matriculation means a degree. Matriculation means don't think that other thing. Matriculation is nothing other than it's a degree. What do we call that? A degree. Matriculation means a degree. He passed matriculation. When Raman passed matriculation, his parents were very keen to send abroad. Abroad means out of country. Maybe America, maybe some other places. They want to send him. What purpose they want to send? For higher studies. But on medical grounds, a British surgeon advised them against, and Raman stayed in the country to do the MA. What happened here? But on the medical grounds, there was a surgeon, a British surgeon. Surgeon means one who operated the operation. Medical surgeon. What he advised it? He advised them against it. No, against means not to go to abroad. You can stay at this place and you can study here itself. Not to go to abroad and you study there. You can study India itself. So he gave the advice. Who gave the advice? A British surgeon gave the advice to Raman. And Raman stayed in the country to do the MA course. Raman stayed in this country and to do the MA course. At where he did the MA course? At Presidency College in Madras. So where he studied MA in President's College. Where it is in Madras. Now Madras is called as a Chennai. What we call Chennai? Madras we can call as a Chennai. Science had already made an impression on him, and he began to write research papers for science journals. Yes, science had already made an impression on him. Made an impression, so he was so interested in science. Who interested in science? C.V.Raman was so interested in science, and he began to write research papers. He began to write research papers in science for science journal. Journal means books, no? What do you call that? Books. He started to write the books about the science. When he was only 19, he became a member of the Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. See, early age, when he was 19 years, he became as a member of an Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. He became the member of that Indian Association of Cultivation of Science, because you can also go there because he was a member of that Indian Association. Then he can go there and he can do the research by using that those material. Meanwhile, respecting his parents' wishes, he took up an administrative job in finance ministry in Calcutta. Because see, even though he was so interested in science, respecting his parents, what he did, respecting of his parents and his wishes, he took up an administrative job in the finance ministry in Calcutta. So he took a job. Is because why he took the job? So he need food so compulsory money. For that reason, respecting his parents as well as his wishes, he took up a administrative job in finance ministry in Calcutta. His interest in science, however, did not flag. Yes, his interest in science, however did not flag means did not leave it. He did not leave it. What he did, he used to spend his hours after office in the lab. When he used to spend in the lab after office hours, means maybe this is 5 o'clock. They may complete their work, and evening he used to come to lab and he used to do the research in science. Here, he used to spend his hours after office hours in the lab of association, working throughout the night. See that even he has to do the work the daytime and night time. He used to do research in that science. Throughout the night he used to do it. He worked for because of him only. In his youth, Raman was mainly interested in acoustics. In his youth, means when he was a young person, Raman was mainly interested. What he interested in acoustics. Acoustics means related to sounds, the science of sounds. Okay, he studied how string instruments like the violin and sitar could produce harmonies. Harmonies means pleasant sound, music. See how not only interested in other things, he also interested in acoustic, relating to sounds. How these instrument could produce the sounds like sitar, violin, guitar, whatever maybe. How we produce the sounds when we make the when we press it, that one. How we could produce the sounds, produce the harmonious music. Harmonious means pleasant music. That he found it. Who found that? C.V.Raman, and he was interested in these sounds also. He was elected to the Royal Society of London in 1924 and the British government made him a Knight of the British Empire in 1929. So he was elected to the Royal Society of London, Royal Society of London, which year is in 1924, and the British government made him a knight. It is not a joke. Knight means what do you mean by knight? A man of a high social rank, is a very like a king. See here, a knight of British Emperor in 1929. It was a higher honor for any great scientist. It was a higher honor for any great scientist in those days. Full respect is given in those times. He is advised to young scientists. Who are the young scientists here? You are the person's young scientist. You are the person's young scientist. He is giving advice to you only. His advice to young scientists was to look at the world around them and not to confine themselves to their laboratories. What he was giving that for young scientists was to look at the world around. We have to go for around them and not to confine to restrict, sit in one place, themselves to the laboratory, sitting lab and doing the science. No, you have to go around. The essence of science. What is the essence? Means importance. Essence means here essence means important. What is the importance of science? What is it? Is independent thinking. Yes, definitely. You have to think yourself. Independent means individually. Independent thinking and hard work. Not equipment, not the things. Only we should be independent thinking and hard work. Not depending on the things. C.V.Raman was the first Indian scholar who studied only in India and received the Nobel Prize. C.V.Raman was the first Indian scholar. Scholar is a clever person. Scholar means a clever and well-known person who studied all means all in India and received the Nobel Prize. All thing he studied in India only. All thing from beginning to end. Whatever he studied, everything he studied in India only and received the Nobel Prize. Who got the Nobel Prize? The C.V.Raman. That is the reason they say the pride of India. That is the reason they call it the pride of India. He was the first Asian and the first non-white. He was first Asian person and the non-white, is not a white person, non-white, to win such a great award in science. One who won such a great award in science. He passed away in 1970 on November 21st. When he died, when he passed away means died. Passed away means died. Passed away means died. When he died 1970 on November 21st. But his memories are with us. What are the memories? What are the experiment he did it? What are the things he found it for us, invented for us, discovered for us? That are the memories for us. February 28 is a memorable day. February 28, the day on which he discovered the Raman effect. February 28 the day on which he discovered the Raman effect. That's a particular day he discovered that Raman effect. That is the reason he celebrated a National Science Day. That is the reason they celebrated the National Science Day. When they celebrated National Science Day, February 28. February 28. Every year, February 28, they celebrate the National Science Day. Why? To commemorate. Commemorate means to remember. Commemorate means to remember. Commemorate means to remember is remarkable achievement. Remarkable which cannot be forgettable. Which cannot be forgettable in his life. Whatever the achievements in science that cannot be forgettable. So on the so day we can celebrate the science. February 28th day we can celebrate the National Science Day. Okay, so adapted from Scientists of India, published by Children's Book Trust, New Delhi. Thank you all. I hope everyone understood. Thank you all. Next I will give you I want to ask the questions, but no time, so next time I will ask the questions. Okay, I will give you worksheet. Thank you all.